President Trump drawing a hard line against Vladimir Putin in his comments from last night.
Does Putin bear responsibility for this?
He may, yeah, he may. And if he does, it's going to be very tough. Very tough.
He'll pay a price.
Everybody's going to pay a price. He will. Everybody will. Excuse me?
U.S. military action, is it off the table?
Nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table.
Retired four-star General Jack Keane in studio, chairman of the Institute Study of War and a Fox News senior strategic analyst. How you doing, General?
Good to see you, Bill.
So a year ago, you've got Tomahawk missiles flying into an air base in Syria at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would imagine that is not the response that will happen this time. What will?
Yeah, well, this time it's going to be considerably more challenging and more complicated for a couple of reasons. First of all, that was a retribution measured attack on one airfield, the airfield that originated the chemical attack. And the purpose of it was to deter Assad from ever using chemical weapons again. Well, that didn't work. What's going to work? The only thing that's left to us now, because we know we can't deter him, is we have to take away his capability to deliver chemical weapons and take the chemical weapons away itself. What does that really mean? All rotary wing aircraft, all fixed wing aircraft destroyed, all airfields destroyed, all the maintenance facilities, munition depots and fuel depots that surround those airfields destroyed. Chemical storage sites destroyed. That's the kind of strike we're going to have. Also, he has artillery munitions that he can deliver. We should take down his artillery plus those munitions. What makes it complicated is there's Russians out on those airfields. We should tell the Russians right now that every military base in Syria is vulnerable as a result of this chemical attack. And if you keep your people on those military bases, we are not going to be responsible if they are injured as a result of an attack.
So you could take out Russians, you could take out Iranians, you could unleash chemical weapons into the air without control, without the ability to even know where those chemical weapons could be dispersed. This is a really dangerous mission. This isn't something that happens over a period of hours. This is days, if not longer. And I guess the question then would be, if you're going to go ahead and bomb Syria again, what happens after that?
Well, first of all, to go to your point, yes, the strike would be longer. It's obviously much more comprehensive. The Israelis have hit chemical storage sites before, and there's been no spillover on a civilian community. I'll leave that to the experts in terms of how to handle that. The aftermath of this is we've got to hold the Russians and the Iranians also accountable here. They are a world pariah now, and what we should be doing with them is dragging them into the International Criminal Court. They have enabled chemical weapons attack repeatedly on civilians, and that kind of behavior has got to be held accountable. The UN, that's not going to happen there because Russia will veto it. That's the reality of what we're dealing with. And we also, I think, should not just condemn them, but also sanction them and severely sanction them for this kind of behavior.
Just getting word from the White House, John Roberts reporting the president has canceled his trip to Central and South America. That included stops in Lima, Peru, Bogota, Colombia. At the president's request, the vice president will go instead. Perhaps just to continue the statement, the president says the White House to oversee the American response to Syria and to monitor developments around the world. That ups the level of seriousness that we're dealing with now, Jim.
Well, certainly the president doesn't want to be away when he's ordering our troops to go into harm's way. He wants to be able to, he's the commander-in-chief, he wants to be able to monitor that situation and deal with other decisions that he may have to make.
Everybody's going to pay a price. He will, everybody will, in reference to Assad and Vladimir Putin. Thank you, General. Really need you on this stuff.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Good talking to you, Bill.
You too.